Hi there, Patrick Durkin here with the Durkin Group. Time for Quick Tip Tuesday in the month of December 2019. Kind of crazy, we are in the last month of this year. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I went to Scottsdale, Arizona, where my in-laws live. We had a great time, a great seeing family, and getting stuffed full of great food for Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great one yourself. And what better month and time to talk about probably one of the most popular topics is taxes, everyone's favorite thing to talk about. This is actually going to be a good tax conversation, could save you some money here. So as we near the end of the year, there's some updates to the real estate tax cap here in the state of Nevada, and more specifically Clark County. If you're not aware, there is a tax cap on residential real estate. Essentially, that is, it used to always be that the tax cap, it was set at 3%, meaning that your property taxes cannot exceed 3% additional in one calendar year. There is a cap; it couldn't go higher than 3%. So I've never seen them in my 3 decades of living here, existing on this earth and living in Las Vegas. My folks who have been working real estate for longer than I've been alive have never seen them go up more than 3% in one calendar year. But that has always been the tax cap for your primary residence, your owner-occupied home, your main home. However, on an investment property, a rental property, Clark County Treasurer and Assessor considers that other property, and that cap was always set at 8%. Again, we've never seen primary residences property taxes go more than 3%, but the caps were in place: 3% for primary, 8% for an investment property or other. The changes are that and you'll have to forgive me here, I'm reading word for word, so I make sure I give you correct information, but the other tax cap for your investments and your rental properties are going to be changed to a lower tax cap. Instead of 8%, we're now looking at 4.8%. So who does this apply to, and what are you going to do with this information? The main people I believe that this will affect is if you've ever owned an investment property, a rental property here in Nevada, you've rented out a property, and you have now moved back into that home as your primary residence. It is very important that you file a claim to the Treasurer's office here in Clark County to make them aware that this is now your primary residence, because you could be getting taxed property tax wise at a higher rate if they believe that it's an investment property. So I'm reading the deadlines here. It is the deadline for filing a claim. You have until June 30th, 2020 to file a claim. If you are in that situation, if you've moved back into a rental property of yours at some point as a primary residence, you're going to want to make sure that you file a claim. Even if you don't fit that scenario and you've lived in your house for 20 years and it's always been your primary residence, I would still advise checking to see where you currently are in your tax cap rate. So we've included some links below. You can check where your current cap rate stands based off of how you classify your real estate here in Clark County, whether it be your primary residence or an investment property. I have a link to the Treasurer's office, and I have 2 phone numbers for the Assessor's office below in this email, which you can call, verify, and I also have the area where you could submit that claim if you do fit into that category, if you've moved back into a rental home. So believe it or not, good news when it comes to taxes. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for being a fan and tuning in all the time to our Quick Tip Tuesdays. In the year of 2019, we're planning on bringing you a lot more value come 2020 with a lot more helpful tips. If you have any feedback for us, please don't hesitate to send us an email. We always get a lot of good feedback via email and phone calls from these videos. So please send us your feedback if you'd like to hear anything in particular. If you'd like us to touch on any area in real estate that you may have questions about or want to know more about, please let us know. We wish you a happy holiday season, a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2020. Thanks.